hair producting.
Oh, hey, I didn't notice you there. My name is Brian. My friends call me Brian. You can call me Brian as well. Today, I want to talk to you about something that's very simple, and it comes from this book that I'm reading right now, Leaders Eat Last. It's by Simon Sinek. So, basically, what this book, why I got recommended this book is from my company. We have a book of the month. Every single month, our CEO recommends that we read a book that will go, hand in hand with what we're doing as far as our business and just self-development. So I'm going to get right into it, and I hope that I add some value to you. And if you want to take some notes, then I definitely recommend it. This video is not for everyone. Just know that this video is for you watching this right now. So let me show you something real quick. This is the circle of safety, right? When we feel safe inside our circle, wherever that might be, in our home, at our job, anywhere where you go to hang out, if you feel safe, knowing that there's danger around, but you know that there's people that are going to look out for your best interest, it's going to be easier for you to go through your day, and you're not going to be stressed out. So I'm going to go into a little of our biology, and literally the most simple way that I can explain all these concepts is by giving you some insight on the chemicals that our body releases. So there's 4 different types of chemicals that make us happy that our body releases that go through our bloodstream. So there's 2 categories within the happy chemicals. So the selfless chemicals, that I can break that down to serotonin and oxytocin. So serotonin is basically the backbone to the circle of safety. Serotonin is the reward we get with the feeling of security and fulfillment, belonging, trust, and camaraderie. Serotonin is also the leadership chemical. So let's just say, I'll give you an example. The only thing you need to graduate college is literally pay your bills, fulfill your requirements, and collect the credits. So now if you were to just graduate and you were to get an email just saying, hey, congratulations for graduating. Thank you for coming to our university. Thank you for giving us your hundreds of thousands of dollars. Here's an email with your certificate that you can print out. You wouldn't necessarily get that rush of serotonin because it's not the same as when you go in front of a crowd of 2,000 people when you're graduating in front of all your peers, right? When you're going through that experience, your body is releasing serotonin because you're so grateful that other people that have helped you get to where you are there watching you persevere. So it definitely wouldn't be the same if you just got a generic email. Oxytocin is the feeling you get when you do something nice for someone or when someone does something nice for you. Oxytocin is the feeling of love, friendship, or deep trust. It is also delayed gratification, a long-lasting feeling. So now let's go look at the selfish chemicals, which if it wasn't for these, we wouldn't be alive today. So although that our society and humans in general are built on, helping each other, we definitely have to look out for our best interests at the end of the day. So endorphins and dopamine. Dopamine is a rush that you get from, I'll give you an example of nowadays, social media. When you get an email, when you get a text, when you get a ding, a buzz, or a flash on your phone, that's dopamine that you get because you feel good. It's right in the moment, right? So that's a lot shorter lasting feeling. So if you wake up in the morning and you crave a drink, an alcoholic drink, you might be an alcoholic. If you wake up in the morning and the first thing you check your phone, you might be an addict. You might be an addict to dopamine. So those are a little bit of the happy chemicals. Now I'm gonna go into the other end of the spectrum, which is cortisol. The chemical that produces the feeling of anxiety causes stress due to our genetics, and our bodies have been wired for thousands of years in order to keep us alive. So now that you have a little more insight as to what it is that I'm talking about, I can actually read this some statistics that I got from this book. So this is page 71 from Leaders Eat Last. The National Counter-Terrorism Center estimates that more than 12,500 people were killed worldwide by terrorists in 2011. According to FBI statistics, about 165 people were murdered in the United States between 2000 and 2010. More than two-thirds of them with a firearm. FBI statistics do not include Florida. Compare those numbers to the 600,000 people who died every year in the United States from heart disease and the additional nearly 600,000 people who died of cancer in 2012. So literally it comes down to our jobs are literally killing us, because threats that we may have faced in the wilds of the Paleolithic era and the perceived threats that we face in a modern work environment, the response is the same. Our bodies release cortisol to help us stay alive. So when people were in tribes, right, you would literally have to stay nearby each other, because if you were to go out to the dark and you didn't know what was out there, then you might die, because there might be a predator that might come and hunt you. So that same cortisol that was released into your bloodstream when you would go out into the darkness is the same cortisol that gets released into your bloodstream when you have fear of doing something that you're uncomfortable. So people definitely tend to stay in the circle of safety to avoid the danger that's around and just in the world in general. And something else that I got from this book is a little case study that they did on this company. I can't find the page, but nevertheless, a tech company actually offered their employees lifetime employment, basically meaning that they wouldn't get fired for just like a simple reason. So like when the economy is doing bad and they didn't reach their numbers, they would not fire them. What they would do is they would coach them and see where their leak was, where they could improve. And some of these people, engineers specifically that worked for the company, they were asked by Google, Facebook, and other tech companies to go work for them. But they felt safe inside that circle of safety, that they were actually willing to turn down higher paid salaries to be able to be with that company, because they're rewarding them. That oxytocin is flowing through their body, and then they're feeling great. So once again, the book is Leaders Eat Last. I have a little crowd around me, so I have some live people and live people in person too. So I definitely recommend checking out this book. I hope I was able to add value to you, and I hope you have a great day. Take care.